All right, so future physician impact, why this is so important for us as future physicians. I'm sure you're all dying to know, so I'll tell you. So since we're future physicians, it's obviously especially important. Medicine is very meaningful, but it's very, very, very demanding. As everyone's shadowed, everyone has to shadow, and I'm sure you've talked to your surgeons or your doctors or whatever, and they've told you about their residency horror stories about how they went and they slept in their car for 4 hours, and then they had like a 40-hour shift and did surgery, and then had like 5 hours of sleep, and then went back and did it again, right? So obviously, medicine's super demanding. You have emotional pressure, you have mental pressure, you have difficult decisions, you're always responsible for other people's health and these like major decisions. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be really, really, really hard to manage unless you have good techniques. So like I said earlier, if you're maintaining your stress, if outside of work you're putting in the effort to be able to perform your best at work, you're going to be able to, but that's only because you're doing it outside of work, because you're setting these boundaries and these goals, and you're doing the extra mile outside of work and having your me time and making sure that you are good as a physician so that you can then treat your patients to the best of your ability. It is scientifically proven that sustainable habits improves career longevity. So for those of us who want to be doctors for a really long time, which I'm sure is all of us, we want to be out in the field for a little bit, it's going to be super important that we prioritize our health, and that we make sure we are good as physicians before stepping foot into the clinic or the operating room or wherever you end up going. Healthy boundaries support long-term success. Burnout can harm performance and empathy. So a super important thing as physicians is empathy. Obviously, we all know you have to treat your patients with care and respect. You have to maintain professionalism and stay committed to medicine over a long amount of time. And if you have a really bad day at work and you're really stressed and you're not doing anything to protect your emotional wellness and occupational wellness, and you go in there and they're complaining about something and you're like, this is so stupid, and you crash out on them, obviously it's bad for you and it's bad for the patient. So protecting empathy is going to be really, really important as physicians, and you can only really make sure you're doing that if you are taking care of yourself outside of work, like what I said in the previous slide. So yeah, next is going to be personal impact.